to tell you, I absolutely love that game. Did y'all see that? Just in the middle of fighting a big giant spider, I decided to force push a whole missile back at that group of stormtroopers. Skilling it out here. I don't remember the last time I was that good at anything. I'm decent at Call of Duty, but I'm not really good at it. I'm not really great at games. I just absolutely happen to love them. But moving on, what it is, lads and ladettes. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And yes, of course, on the 4th, the Force, I definitely have a Star Wars shirt on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Freaking Darth Vader cereal. They need to make that a thing. If it's a thing, let me know. Because it needs to be a thing. So we got today some pretty good news. This video is being uploaded a little later than usual, but I still got some great news for y'all. And also a little bit of housekeeping. Over the weekend, I definitely recorded my podcast. Yes, the very second episode, and it's officially posted. You can go over to Anchor, and as it's being published, it's going to be on other platforms. I will keep you all updated to that. And if you really want to know when I post stuff, even if you don't have notifications, you can also follow my second Instagram. And that's where I decided to keep everything. I'm not as active on, say, like Twitter or anything, but I do have a Twitter. And I'm also pretty active on Facebook as well, if you really want to know what's up with that. And just let me know what you think of the new intro and just the whole style of everything. But this is about the news and not about what's going on with the channel right now. So I do want to kind of point out some things, right? Nintendo just can't catch a break, okay? So they were hacked, and 160,000 people had their accounts hacked. They got access to so many passwords, but they recently got hacked and got on hand some source code. People got on hand some source code from the Wii, from the 64, and even some of the GameCube. And this is from Digital Trends. And basically, this says, the service brought on the company that Nintendo hired to develop most of the Wii's hardware and software was apparently hacked to obtain the files, according to Aetherios. This, of course, is on 4chan, including in the leak where the datasheets, block diagram, and Verilog files for all the Wii's components, which reveals how every single piece of the console was made. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't speak techie, and I don't actually, this is a little bit more different than what I speak to, but I actually saw this on another channel, one of my favorite channels, Spawnwave, in fact, but I saw this and I just thought that it was necessary to bring this to everybody's attention. Now, I'm not the super techie side, but I just want to bring you gaming news, but what I will say is this. People are home in this time. They have more time on their hands. They have more time to hack. So what I need you people to do is change your profile passwords and be careful. This is the second week that Nintendo's been hacked, and some news just came out. Luckily, it's not big spoiler news like how The Last of Us was, but it's news nonetheless. Everybody be safe. Yeah, now I know we need to be safe because of COVID-19, but we also need to be safe as far as protecting our stuff online. Moving on to the next story. Now, I definitely covered this on the podcast, but I did not cover this on the channel as of yet. But Jeff Keighley announced that he's having a Summer Games Fest, and this is going on from June till August. You know how we were supposed to have E3 and then they got canceled? Yep, not happening anymore. But Jeff decides to swoop in and save the day. And like Greg Miller says, the Jeff Keighley universe. Like how we have, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Jeff Keighley universe. And Jeff Keighley, he just has mad connections. He's been a huge help. He has the Game Awards. And what happened at the Game Awards? We got the Xbox Series X reveal. And who knows what's going to happen between June and August. GameStop is having their own show, and so is IGN. But Jeff Keighley, he said, all right, I got you. And this is from GameIndustry.biz. Big shout out to Rebecca Valentine. She stayed doing her thing out there. But it says Geoff Keighley's Summer Game Fest is his latest push to rally the industry. From May through August, Keighley's festival wants to serve as a hub for all things gaming rather than E3 direct replacement. I honestly think it's going to be a replacement. But let's just be real here. I honestly do believe it's going to be a replacement. And a lot of great things is going to happen. We have everybody going to be there. Remember when Sony decided that they weren't going to be at E3, but now they appear to be participating with something that Jeff Keighley is doing. And obviously they love Jeff Keighley, Death Stranded and stuff like that. Who doesn't like Jeff Keighley? This man really just wants everybody to game. He wants us to get all of the great information. He wants us to see exactly what's going on. And shout out to Jeff Keighley. I can't say thank you enough to this man. This man is video game savior, 2020 savior, probably. While we're home and we don't know when the whole world is going to open back up. I live in New York City and it's still looking like it's up in the air. They kind of want to maybe slowly open stuff up out in phases. But while stuff is opening out in phases and it's not time for me to go work and I'm here home with the children, I'm going to want stuff to play. And starting off with June 19th, there's going to be The Last of Us. But in June, we're going to hear about Game Fest. I'm going to be able to plan out basically the rest of the year into the beginning of next year, possibly, and finding out. We still don't know if Nintendo's going to be there, but a lot of the major people are going to be. We're going to have PlayStation. We're going to have Xbox. We're going to have EA, Bethesda, and more. And I'm really, really excited about this because this is just fire. And it's just, usually I miss portions of E3 because I'm at work, and while I'm not at work, I get to see this. Now, I'm hoping that I'm not at home and not at work all the way till August, but hopefully I get to see this live and enjoy this live. I don't want to be seeing it. I want to see it as a stream that like everyone else is. I don't want to just find out about the news and then watch it. Nah, I don't want to do that. So once again, thank you to Jeff Keighley. This man is saving video games, and let's move on. Now we got more on The Last of Us leaks, and well, Jason Schreier, who continues to be like the best gaming journalist ever. This dude is the man. And he basically spoke to somebody who actually has direct information. He tweeted, okay, after talking to two people with direct knowledge of how The Last of Us 2 leaked, as well as some Naughty Dog employees, I have a good idea of what happened. Short version, hackers found a security vulnerability in a patch for an older Naughty Dog game and used it to get across the Naughty Dog servers. All the hacking is getting out of hand, son. Y'all need to chill. Y'all are obviously very skilled people, and y'all could do something else with those abilities. But first of all, once again, shout out to Jason Schreier. I don't care about spoilers. I'm still buying this game. And it's just, he just gave us the skinny. People found it through another game to get through another game. People are brilliant. People are smart. I don't understand why they're wasting their talent. And so I just can't wait till June 19th. And speaking of Last of Us, given the fact that this video was later on in the day, I did find out that Neil Druckmann posted a video and said, Last of Us 2 has gone gold. Okay, he said CDs are being pressed and everything. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. I can't wait. Now, what I might do is actually I might just pass the digital release. If I can get the physical release on the day of, I will go for it. If I can't, if I have to wait a little while, I absolutely will because I love this game and I really want a physical version. I would love a steel case version, but if I buy the physical version, and people are going to think this is stupid, but this is what I do for things that I absolutely love. And if you're passionate about it, why not, right? I will buy a physical edition of The Last of Us, regular edition, and then maybe eventually some steel cases will be available later down the line. Usually what I do is I walk into a GameStop and where people actually know me and I say, hey, look, you mind if I take this case? I just want the case. Honestly, if I just got the steel case and I already had the base game, then I'm fine. I'm cool because there's no more ways to reserve the steel case version or the other version with the backpack and everything. You can't get that anymore. So I definitely want this game, but I would love a steel case. This is the sequel to my all-time favorite game, and I can't wait to see it. And these hackers, they need to just quit it. And I'm glad Last of Us has gone gold. Let me know down what you think in the comments down below. Now, Games Radar has said that June Nintendo Direct, it ain't happening no more. Now, I also cover this on the podcast, and I will discuss this in further depth. But, you know what? I'm extremely disappointed that I let that happen, but I'm going to just go ahead and continue. So I basically had to refresh a page, and this happened. And my computer has betrayed me. So there's no June Direct happening with Nintendo. Now, we also don't know if Nintendo is going to be at Summer's Games Fest, but they said they're not happening in June. But with Summer Games Fest and IGN's event and with GameSpot's event happening, who knows where Nintendo will pop up. Now, it's not all lost hope. Usually what Nintendo would do is they'll cancel an event and then show up somewhere else. And we were first let down, like, oh man, we ain't gonna hear from Nintendo maybe till September. Then suddenly they just pop up with some news. That mini direct was definitely out of nowhere. There was a bunch of rumors heavily all over the place, but then we finally got a mini direct. We saw more Xenoblade, the first one, and it's officially coming out this month as well. And we were wondering what's happening with the rest of Nintendo. This month alone, we're getting Borderlands 1, 2, the Handsome Jack Collection, the pre-sequel. We're getting all of the BioShock games and some XCOM. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I really think on the third-party front, if these games work wonderfully, I'm all for it. And if they're reasonably priced, let's be honest here. I'm not about to be paying $60. And if they are $60, I'll be waiting for a deep, deep sale. I have these games on other systems, but it doesn't beat having it portably. So when I do go back to work, if I want to do some shooting and looting, I can do it on my Nintendo Switch. Moving on to the next story, and the Wonderful 101 physical release has been delayed to June, July, in North America and Europe, respectively. Of course, due to COVID-19, this absolutely sucks. This absolutely sucks. Now, what I might do is I actually might wait for that, because you know what? I will wait for it, because if it's coming out in June, there will be no room for me to actually play it. I'm still playing Final Fantasy. I'm playing Call of Duty, and I'm also playing Streets of Rage. Right? And then I'm probably going to play something supplemental after I finish Final Fantasy, as I've said before. But you know, I want to, just keep May, like, I don't want to get to, what I want to say, gaming burnout, and I want to be completely ready on June 19th. Maybe halfway through May, I'll just start jumping from game to game just to prepare myself so I don't really feel burned out. But June 19th, it's on and popping. And if we talking about the Wonderful 101 being released in June, physically, I'm going to have to pass. It's not even about a sale for me. It's about just, what's the point of me buying that game if I know I'm not going to really play it? Now, if it's coming in June and they didn't give us an official date, and I happen to somehow be back at work Monday to Friday regularly like I do, then maybe I'll get it. Because if I'm at work on my lunch break or on my way to work, I'll be able to play it. No problem. I had this game on the Wii U. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was a missed opportunity because it was on the Wii U. It sold only, 15 million systems? Nah, this game is going to sell way more. People are going to be more attuned with it. And I do hope that the featured character, Bayonetta, is in this one as well. But you know what? She might only be in the Switch version. I don't know if she'll be in the PS4 version and Xbox version, because it only makes sense for her to be in the Switch version, given the fact that everything from Bayonetta 2 on is, I do believe, Nintendo exclusive, and I think they're helping publish it. So we're gonna get, but it was kind of tied in with Bayonetta 1. I'm not even sure how that works out, but there's also some extra content, and the game is basically, it's $40, and I'm down with that. I paid $60 for it back in the day, and I still got my word for it. And I love Platinum Games. They make fire games. All of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are different. We got Vanquish. Just compare it. You got Vanquish, Bayonetta, and then you have Astral Chain. Bayonetta maybe is a little similar to Astral Chain, but then you got the detective work, and then you're shooting and you're slashing, and then you got the Legion. Platinum Games, keep on doing what y'all doing. Y'all are basically the biggest indie game studio now. Y'all making AAA games. Y'all just gotta wait for it to be published. And since y'all got basically control over what y'all do, is it possible for y'all to make another Beautiful Joe? Or at least something like it? I want another Beautiful Joe. Please, can we have another Beautiful Joe? That would be wonderful. Lads and ladettes, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I should always say that in the beginning of videos. And, it's a learning experience. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when a brother has a new video for you. Go ahead, listen to that podcast. Put some respect on my game. Episode 2, Season 1. I am trying my best to make it weekly, and I will do it weekly, and I will have some guests here and there. Lads and lads, let me know what you think about all of this. Think about my gameplay in the beginning of the video. What you think about Star Wars. Happy Star Wars Day. It's a bunch of sales, matter of fact, going on PS4, Xbox, and even Switch. All of their games are like, I didn't see Super Star Wars, though, on sale. And if it's on sale, let me know down in the comments below, because I would absolutely love to play Super Star Wars. I've never played Super Star Wars. That came out maybe I wasn't a Star Wars fan like that in the 90s. I was aware of it. I thought it was cool, but it wasn't until the 2000s. Unfortunately, yes, when the prequels came out, because a lot of people don't like the prequels. But I love Star Wars, and I will play anything and everything Star Wars unless it's turn-based, honestly. So, lads and laddies, let me know what you think in the comments down below, what you thought about everything I covered in the video. I thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry for the video being so late, but please, bear with me. Continue to bear with me. This video is finito.